Go live. Make the things happen. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our wonderful show. As you can tell, we are multi streaming. We're all over the place now. You can watch us on YouTube. You can watch us on our channel over on STG, or you can check out the channel that we are actually hosting this for, the primary channel in which our story will weave in and out of, which is called Maestry and Ord. Please make sure to give them a follow. Head over to their Discord for more games and cool stuff. Anyway, welcome. We are playing Blades in the Dark with a steampunk heavy-handed dose of awesomeness. I am joined by this amazing cast of creatives as we play the Mechinations of Midnight. Dum dum dum. So real quick, we can go around the table and everybody introduce themselves, their character, and if you got anything going on that you want people to go check out, you can also give it a plug too. So I'm going to follow the StreamYard setup here, and I'm going to pass it over to Leviathan first.
Hello, I'm Leviathan. I'm playing Hercule Hughes. He's a Twilight-aged, refined gentleman. He is an academic. He works for the college, but obviously in his night job, he's a swindler of sorts. And he's found this group of other scumbags, to put lightly, to get in bed with. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'll push it over to Crow
first.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, me. Hi. I'm Crow. Crow Start Moving. You can find me here on Shire Tabletop Game and occasionally over on Maestry and Ord, which is also here. Things are crazy. And also I'm just generally kind of all over the internet. Oh, yes. Thank you, Tofu. I have a link tree to all this stuff. Click all the buttons. Yeah. And today I'll be playing Arlen words. Arlen Scora. I gotta slow down. But yeah. So for now, that's it for me. Let's see. About Tofu.
I'm Tofu, Tofu Chipmunk, also Princess of Chaos and Queen of Trauma and Empress of Drama. And you can find me on both Shadow Tabletop Gaming and Maestry and Nord, and also supporting other streamers who share their links and share their streams. I'm hanging out in people's chats and lurking about and helping them get their name out. So that's me. And so I'll move it on to
Yep. Hi, everybody. I am the Disgruntled Unicorn, or Unicorn if you want. I will be playing Liam Denholm in this adventure. I can be found on STG playing a couple of their games and just trying to get more out there and more stuff going. So keep an eye on STG for me. Liam is the muscle. He's the meathead of the gang. Everyone needs one. He is there to take the hits and then dish them back out. He grew up in the brothel district of our world and kind of got to an age and a build where he's now just the bodyguard, essentially, for a lot of folks. And you'll learn more about him as we continue. And throwing it over to Leaf.
Hi, my name is Leafwind. You can find me on the channel of the same name, streaming whenever the mental health allows. And you can also find me over at Mystery Nord and the Dark Domain occasionally, playing in one shots. And Lord Skurlock is dead as my Sky Pirate. And Veils of Blood, I believe, on Mystery Nord every other week, which is every other Wednesday. But that's about it. Oh, and I'll be playing Bram Drigg, our resident gambling lurker. So I will pass it back to Mr. Ray.
Awesome. Well, thank you all very much for that. I'm so happy to have you here. I know this has been a long time coming, so definitely excited to get this rolling. I'm Ray. I'll be the Arc Master this evening, or Master of Chaos, as they're called on Maestri and Ord's channel. Yeah, you can find me DMing most of the games over on Shattered, or playing in a few one-shots here and there, trying to stay in Trial of Silver as best I can with Maestri and Ord. So we'll see how that all plays out. And with that, I'm ready to dive into this game that I know nothing about.
We are all first timers.
I know
we're all trying to learn.
Yeah.
You'd think in a month I would have cracked the book open at least once, but
Nah.
Where's the fun in that?
So
Yeah,
a little about our lovely world that we're in. Well, we'll narrow it down a little bit. This is the city that you all live in, the city of Duskwall, also called Duskwall, depending on how authentic you want to get to the lore. It is a Victorian, dark, gloomy city. Ghosts and demons often walk the streets and cause trouble. The entire city is largely protected from the dangers of the outside by an electromagnetic force field that is powered by the blood of leviathans that swim out in the void sea. The world is pretty much constantly dark, or at most in dusk. The sun rarely ever shines through. It has been a very, very long time since the sun has peeked through the clouds, let alone through the static electro barrier. It's important to note that the barrier also prevents people from coming and going out of the city as well. It is a very, very laborious event to allow that to happen. Lots of bureaucracy, paper, red tape, the stuff nobody wants to deal with. The other defining feature of this world in this game is that our players, they're not the heroes of this story. Despite what you might see and hear, they are all criminals. Everyone in this world is out for themselves and has no real intentions on helping anybody else unless it benefits them in some way. With that being said, the entire city is also full of criminals who want to murk you.
It sounds like a great time.
But our lovely band of criminals and adventurers have somehow found their way together and have created a crew of their own. A crew to meek out a meager existence in Duskwall. Maybe even grow through the ranks and become one of the most predominant crews in all of the city. Who knows? So, our story begins in the borough of Charterhall. This is where most of the city's civic offices and it's a hub for the shops and different areas of commerce. People, walk down the cobblestone streets as merchants in their little stalls are calling out for, fish, meat pies, whatever they can sell to try and make coin. anything and everything is up for grabs here in Charter Hall. And that brings us to a small, dusty, half derelict bookshop. Recently taken up by our lovely crew here. The shop presently has no signage, no name, nothing like that. The windows are very dingy. People are like dumping the chamber pots out of windows onto the street below. You know, it's just the worst version of Victorian England.
That's just offensive.
It was the best deal we could get.
It was. It was.
They practically
is-
paid us to take it off their hands.
By the end, they were begging us to take it.
Yes, they were practically on their knees, which was actually quite entertaining to watch.
Maybe for you. That. More power to you. We need
What
to get this
can I
place cleaned
say?
up.
Goodness me, where's that? What is his name? Kyle? Who is the guy we hired to do? These windows are filthy.
Pete?
Pete,
I think Pete's in the back room.
Peter.
Peter comes running out. I guess that's what we'll call him now. It'll be Peter Kyle, no name.
We just always called him a different name.
Yeah.
Blaskowitz, I don't know.
Blaskowitz, yeah. So he comes out from the back. He's got, one of the wooden buckets. It's sloshing water. He's got a mop under one arm, a broom under the other. He's holding newspapers to clean with, and he's like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You called for me?"
Clark, these windows need to be cleaned. Look how dirty these windows are.
Yes, sir. I haven't quite gotten to them yet. I was polishing the chamber pots, sweeping the stairs, and cleaning the cobwebs out of the back alley.
Yes. This is what we pay you for, is it not?
You don't pay me, sir.
You're safe, aren't you?
that's-
That's payment enough.
That's not my job. You have to talk to one of the others.
Quite right, sir. Yes, Master Liam. I'm so sorry. I shall never question again.
Well, get to
Like, he stumbles over with all the stuff and starts using the newspaper to clean off the windows.
Poor kid gets a warm place to sleep, and that's his payment.
There are worse things than to have a safe, dry place to stay.
That's fair.
Oh, isn't that
True.
certainly true?
I mean, if he wants to complain about it, I'm pretty sure I can pluck another orphan somewhere off the street to take his place.
You
Liam
should
kinda
let him know
shivers
that next time.
comfortably.
Tell Jeremy that next time you see him.
I'll let Daniel know.
Oh, boy.
Well, shall we move downstairs?
Yes. Downstairs to have a little chat.
Need to figure out our next money-making scheme.
Mo money, mo money.
Well, has anyone heard
Look,
any?
I could try to make as much money on cards as you guys want, but it's not going to keep us afloat.
Mm. Well, what's the scoop? What's the latest and greatest?
Well,
Have we? Yeah.
as a journalist, what all have I heard?
It's the usual day-to-day goings-ons. Crews fighting over territory, somebody in a different hunting ground than they should be. Nothing super crazy like that. And no job offers to speak of. Like, nothing's jumped right out. However, with your journalism.
Yes.
With your powers of journalism.
Let's have you
I
make
have
a
my wonderful
roll.
trusty pen and ears.
The first roll of the game.
The first
Hey.
one. Well, first, do you have a special ability that lends itself to gathering information?
Well, I if I put on a disguise to gather information or had, that would be under cloak and dagger, which I probably did. Who knows? The person I gathered information from more than likely doesn't. And they gave it to me.
All right. So what I'll have you do then is you're going to roll study.
Steady. Okay. Alright, I have 2 in that. So,
Okay.
do I roll?
So
2d6?
that plus your disguise, you'll roll 3d6.
Cool. Here we go. Ooh. Alright. I rolled a 5, a 5, and a 2.
Okay, so in this game we work off of the highest number rolled. So
So
that would
5.
be a 5. So with the 5,
Yes.
it is basically a mixed success. So it works, and you do get some information. The problem is that someone was close enough to hear you kind of snooping about, able to kind of glimpse through your disguise a little bit, and they think they might know who you are. Obviously, they're not going to make a big display of that at the moment, but
Not at the moment, but I can always deal with that later on.
and so that I
Is
won't
that
have that
something
given stress.
she recognized too? Like she recognized somebody recognizing her?
She caught
No,
it.
that is just
Okay.
that was just for general info.
Okay.
It's part of the twist, I guess. Well,
Sure.
It's
mix-
flavor for now, but it might come
Yeah.
up later.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Consequences.
Spicy.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's a mouse tool that will help us later.
Yes.
Love
What
the
you have
musketeer. Yes.
found out is that rumor around the water cooler, or the docks, that
The beer tap.
is that a rather affluent pirate named Lord Skurlock is
Yes.
collecting arcane artifacts and is looking for people to assist him in keeping his hands clean.
Okay.
So is he looking for us to move him?
Yes. Was it selling them, hiding them, keeping them away?
We've got some space as long as David has finished cleaning out the secret compartments.
Yes.
This poor kid. We're never gonna get his name right.
He's going to have a complex by the end of this.
It's by David, Peter, Will, George,
Where am I?
Greg.
I have him in my notes as innocent front man.
So I'll give you a little bit more. Is that Skurlock is collecting them? He just needs people to go and steal them.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that sounds like it's right up our alley.
It really
Not-
does.
I
not-
think we could help him there.
Not even steal, I should say. He is asking for them to be liberated from their current possessors.
Of course, absolutely.
Of
Look,
course.
I'm the rightful owner. You just got to get them into my hands.
Say no more. Say no more.
So,
All right. We should probably set up a meeting with this fellow.
Lord Skurlock, I rather think it's a wonderful idea to go through.
Sounds like a plan to me.
A man so well placed would have connections.
Yes.
Could help us get this place a little bit more gussied up.
And right now, there's not really much else happening, so might as well.
Worth a shot.
So I guess we're gonna go talk to this Lord Skurlock fella and let Eric do his thing about cleaning up our place. He's doing such a
Let's go.
wonderful job with cleaning.
I think he's doing absolutely dreadful, but that's fine.
No. When you all
Yeah,
get
go
back upstairs, you see Generic Orphan 1 has finished cleaning the windows and has moved on to getting the floor mopped and has arranged the few books that were left over after the previous owners vacated. He's got those put up on the shelf and everything. It does look, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 3.
But it's better
Like,
than the 2 that it was.
It's better.
Yeah, like it's getting there.
Gabriel, is this alphabetical? We do the Dewey Decimal System here.
So I said, I don't know who Dewey is.
Well, neither do I, frankly, but darn it, we're going to do it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And he just like watching you. He starts shifting books around. He's like, eh?
Pat him on the back. Keep at it. You'll get it eventually.
It would be a huge help if I could read.
I don't think any one of us is going to be the one teaching you.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Liam just leans on a beam and just starts smoking something.
Arlen's
bit of something,
just
something.
standing there looking at this poor innocent front man, looking like she had like a slight heart attack at the words "I can't read."
Bram's just walking out the door. This is not important right now.
Right.
Not right now. Not right now.
Anthony basically
Hotel.
just follows behind Ram.
We'll work
I'll just
on that
pat-
later, dear.
I'll pat him on the shoulder and then just walk out without saying anything else.
Yeah. Arlen's just like, we'll work on that later, dear. Just baseline, you have to know how to read, and I'll help you in that aspect.
He's got to know how to sign his name, too.
Already ahead of you and thinking of that. First things first, we've got things to do. And Arlen just walks out behind the others like,
Fanning her.
yeah, she's actually got
I've got the vapors.
I got the vapors.
Liam sighs heavily and just ashes on the floor a little bit and walks out after her.
Damn. Oh my
It's
god.
gonna fucking dirty the
Missed
floor
spot.
thing and potentially set our hideout on fire. Okay.
Great.
Awesome.
We come back, the whole thing's up in flames. Well,
It's just
That's
some
your way
like
to start
ashes.
over.
They're burnt. They're out. They're fine.
We're gonna lose our
At least all the cobwebs would be gone.
My deposit.
My I mean, you know the fire department uses buckets, right?
Everybody organize a bucket chain.
My deposit.
Oh my god.
All right, so I get. Should we all go?
I mean, if you want to have
I don't
a
see
say
why
in the
not.
proceedings, it might be a good idea to tag along.
Okay.
If you guys want, I can go check with Fitz and see if he's got a beat on anything. That way we're not all walking the streets together, making it obvious.
Well, I just don't want to draw more attention to us than has to be.
That's
Are
true.
5 people on the street going to draw a lot of attention?
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of
Apparently.
rumors that fly around.
I mean,
Above the
considering all the
table.
gang activity, I figured.
I mean, above the table, I feel like if we don't look like we're in a gang, since the description at the beginning was everybody basically for themselves, I think us moving together as a group would look suspicious.
Yeah.
Possibly so. Well, maybe I'll go with Liam then to go see Fritz.
I'll go hang around the corner. Like, I'll move with you guys at a distance, and then once we get to our destination, I'll find a corner to kind of hang out at.
Works.
Bethany, working the corners. All right.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Doing what she knows how to do best.
Learned it from her best friend Bessie.
Hi, sir.
Hey, I know
You need
Bessie.
somebody
She's a good
killed?
lady.
Anybody on your personal hit list?
Everybody on your personal hit. All right, so there's 2 ways to get to the docks. You can you can either go through Crow's Foot, which is to the west, or you can go through Brightstone, which is to the north. So Brightstone is like big. It's a rich part of town, but not the richest part, if that makes sense. Brightstone is where all the mansions are, the luxury shops, the wealthy elite, and the one bridge that leads to White Crown, which is the capital of the city, pretty much. That's where the mayor lives. That's where like the hunter commander, just all the head honchos of the army, like
Nobility.
everybody who is like, yeah, exactly. The king and his nobles live in White Crown. And Brightstone would be like the lords, dukes, and things like that.
Are they leaving?
They might be. Crow's Foot, however, is more of... So this whole conversation you all just had about like, oh, well, we don't want to be seen together and all that. Crow's Foot is like cramped townhouses, multi-family apartments. Like, think of the description I just gave of Charter Hall, but so much worse. It's pretty much the slums. And gangs will literally patrol the streets, like in uniforms, like they all match.
Huh. How Dickensian.
Yeah.
I guess it. I guess it doesn't matter then if we go through the Crow's Foot. Is that where?
Crow's Foot, yeah.
Crow's Foot. Yeah.
The Crow's Foot.
I mean, considering our current gang name, it's a little appropriate.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, where is Lord Scarlock located versus where is Fitz located?
Yeah, where would Fitz be?
Yeah.
So Lord Scarlock is on the docks, which would be to the northwest. And then Fitz, I'm going to say I'm sorry. Fitz was.
The
The
collector.
collector.
What? Yeah, was he? Was he labor? Was he under labor? What faction was he part of?
I don't know
I
if
don't
it
know.
shows that.
It just says
Okay.
Fitz
He's
the collector.
just a contact. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, then we are going to say that Fitz has his shop in the night market, which is to the southeast. The night market is
Oh, okay.
exactly as it sounds. It's a trade center for exotic goods that's imported by the train. There are many people here who trade in illicit goods.
So the opposite of where the docks
Yeah,
are.
the opposite direction.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep, 100%.
Okay.
So I think Liam's just like looks at the other three going to the docks and is like, "Watch your backs," and would probably head in
Always.
that direction.
I'll follow Liam then.
Making my way downtown.
Walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound.
Okay, then with everybody heading out, let's. I'm going to have each group roll a d6, and we'll see which group we resolve first. So Hercule and Liam, both of you are going to roll a d6, and whoever gets the highest number is what we'll go with.
That's a 2.
I got a 1.
Okay.
So
Ah, bam!
Well, well then.
All right.
Now this
So-
is gonna go.
yeah,
Woo!
the bad rolls are out of the way
Strong,
now.
guys. Starting
Right,
off
exactly.
strong.
Yeah.
All right. So Arlen, Bram, and Bethany. The three of you make it into Crow's Foot. And yeah, it's just very ran down, very dingy. Nobody cleans here. There's like a half an inch worth of filth on the ground. Like it's like in between the cobblestones from
Yeah.
people that dump their chamber pots, and it just doesn't soak in. So literal filth everywhere.
Yeah.
We need to
This
get
is
And-
always
doormats
such
for the
a
bookstore.
lovely look.
Right. You make it no more than a block into Crow's Foot when from a nearby alley. Now,
Don't you dare.
Bethany, you're still a good ways back, so they don't see you. They see Arlen and Bram. 3 gangstas appear.
Uh-oh.
Of course.
They are part of the crew called the Silver Nails. Not as new as you, but not old either. They're probably only a year or so old. They're still trying to etch out their existence as well. And the leader kind of steps forward in front of his 2 cronies, and he's like, "Hello, hello. What have we here? Looks like some pigeons a little far from the roost."
Pigeon.
Now look,
Pigeon.
we're just trying to get through. Not going to be any trouble.
He just called me a pigeon.
I know. Tamp it down for now. Tamp it down for now. We don't know how many there are.
Fine.
We don't know how many there are. Look,
I can
Let's
find
just-
out.
can you fight that many?
Bram's like, "'Cause I'm running."
I don't want to be here. I need to get that away, not here.
I'll follow you, Bram.
Okay, now we're just passing through. We're not going to be any trouble. but we're going to be more trouble if you fuck with us. So how about we just part ways amicably and go about our business?
Go ahead and roll either command or sway.
Well, I have nothing in either of those, so do I just roll a d6?
Well, so here's the fun part. If you don't have any dots, you're gonna roll 2d6 and take the lower of the two. But
Oh no.
but there are ways to avoid this. So the one thing you can do is Arlen can assist you in some way, which would give you a plus D. Like you'll get a D6 for assistance.
Okay.
You can also push yourself or accept a devil's bargain.
What's the devil's bargain?
I had the page and I lost it. So give me 1 second here to turn to it. It would be page 21. The devil's bargain. You are reckless scoundrels addicted to destructive vices. They don't always act in their own best interests. To reflect this, you can use a bonus die if you accept a devil's bargain. Some common devil's bargains include collateral damage, unintended harm, sacrifice coin or an item, betray a friend or a loved one, offend or anger a faction, start and or tick a troublesome clock, add heat to the crew, or suffer a harm. Which a harm is basically kind of like hit points. Like you could take a minor like wound of some kind.
Well, is Arlen giving me an assistance? I should ask that first.
How badly do you want my assistance?
Not that badly. I'm not making any of those kind of bargains yet.
Also, don't forget to check your special abilities if you have.
Yeah,
if you
mine
chose something that might help there.
mine doesn't affect social situations. It's only for if I'm trying to bypass security measures.
Okay.
Well, what's the push? Just gives me stress, right?
Yes.
How much stress?
I believe it's just one. It might be two.
It's
Oh, no
stress.
moment.
It's on the character sheet under bonus die.
So what's happening when we help?
You're just assisting in some way.
So, I mean, I'm trailing further behind them.
Uh
Is there a way I could help?
huh. From being.
Huck a stone and distract, maybe?
Yeah,
True.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would work too.
Arlen's
Yeah, I
just not helping with this right now because she got called a pigeon.
So, yeah, I'm watching, like,
You're watching me fumble.
I'm watching a couple blocks back, and I'm noticing that they're not moving away from, this communication, this group of people. So, yeah, I kind of want to try and slingshot a stone or something like down the distance to kind of echo it.
Sure.
That'd be a roll on her part?
I mean, nah, because you're not. So Bethany's not like trying to specifically target someone.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll just get the plus D6.
Okay. So I will Thank you for the help, and I will push myself to take 2 stress, so that's 2d6 that I'm rolling with no negatives, right?
Right.
Okay. That's 2 nat ones.
Oh no. I mean, when I said I
Well,
like
it's been
fail
fun,
rolls,
guys.
I didn't really mean like that.
Wow.
This little shit spun there for a good 5 seconds before it settled on the 1.
All right. So at this
Going in a
immediate
timeout
juncture,
file.
the level, like the DC level for this, was controlled. So you have a choice here as you falter. You can press on by trying to seize a risky opportunity, or try to withdraw and try a different approach. So basically, you try your best to talk your way out of it, and he says, "Well, then, I've got no issue with you heading through our lovely village here. Unfortunately, we've got mouths to feed, you know. It's going to cost you a few coins to pass through unharmed, untouched."
If it's a few coins you want, don't call someone a pigeon. You pigeon.
Well, I don't actually know how much money I have.
Trying
Did
to
we
remember
start
what,
with a certain amount?
I don't think there was like starting money.
I don't think so.
I don't think there is.
I mean, we spent it all on the falling apart.
The
Yeah.
bookstore.
The bookstore.
Yeah.
We spent it
We
on
took
the
out 4 mortgages.
Well, my friend, unfortunately, there you are shit out of luck. We are broke.
Oh, right. Yes, that's why. So currency in this game is coins, and you spend those on like your lair and things like that, buying people off, stuff like that. So I think you all spent all your coins on the lair. So
Mhm.
yeah, y'all are broke right now.
There is no money.
And I'm going to be honest, we make pretty shit slaves. So, like I said, let's just part ways, call it a wash for today.
Well, sounds like either you turn around and go back where you came from, or you pay with blood. And he
Or you stop calling
just,
someone a pigeon.
he barely, like, he just kind of flicks the top of his cane a little bit, and you can see like a little inch shining blade. He's got like
He's got a sword
one of
cane.
those cane swords.
Yeah.
Can I sharpshoot now?
Boy.
Absolutely.
Bethany, take a shot. Bethany, take a shot.
I want to take a shot.
Bethany.
The moment I see the glint and it looks like they're being threatened, from where I'm standing, I want to take a shot. Like,
Go for it. Go
Yeah,
for
okay.
it.
I feel like Arlen would just move just enough to give perfect view for Bethany to shoot him, and just stand there calmly, still putting up a front of stop
I just
calling people pigeons.
Raise my hat and bow my head so I'm a little farther out of the way.
so how does this work if I have a sharpshooter special ability?
What does the ability do?
It says you can push yourself to make a ranged attack at an extreme distance beyond what's normal. But this isn't like an extreme distance.
No.
This is
You
just
don't.
a couple blocks. Okay.
Yeah, you don't do that.
So my roll is a 5.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
And just to clarify, I'm aiming for this guy's teeth.
Oh!
Oh,
Ow!
Yeah.
That hurts my mouth.
He
I
He-
heard him say, "We hungry," so we about to feed them.
Ever,
Eat this, son, you son of a bitch!
let her cook. Let her cook. So he pops the blade up out of the cane just a little bit and like gives you a half side smile. Like you can see his teeth are all haggard.
Mm-hmm.
Because dentistry isn't a big thing right at this age.
It's also England. Sorry.
Yeah. So he's got the soft teeth. He's got the soft baby teeth. And Bethany's 5 connects beautifully, and it's like slow motion. Like it
Right in the back of the
smacks.
throat.
Oh yeah, it smacks. You see like pieces of teeth kind of explode out, and he like reels back and kind of stumbles into his cronies.
I look at the cronies. Better make a move, or you'll be next.
They immediately drag the leader off into the alley.
Excellent choice. Maybe think of that the first time next time.
Like,
So-
I feel like if they happen to walk by me, I'd look over and be like, "Looks like someone's having a great day."
So happy, but yet so mean.
Take them the leader, and all the mice follow.
So that is going to give you a negative with the silver nails as far
Oh,
as
boy.
the crew sheet goes.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're small time. So
Alright, so the souvenir.
-1.
and you all are able to proceed the rest of the way to the docks. And while you do that, we're going to cut over to Hercule and Liam.
I took I
the-
took 2 stress for that shit roll.
Damn it.
Shit, so painful.
we leisurely walk to where we're going. No problems.
No interruption, no stress.
Yeah,
no nothing.
you cross Charter Hall, you pass like a few chapels, and like people are out in the streets peddling their wares and stuff like that, and like a few of the local bar maidens are outside trying to get people to come in, and they're like, bread and cheese samples. Oh, gentlemen, would you like? And they're like super like bustier. They're like, would you like some bread or cheese?
No, I fluff out my umbrella. No,
Liam gets like what is just on the verge of like inappropriately close to them, but purely because he doesn't understand that it's inappropriately close, but it could be seen as like an advancement of a kind. But
Fair
in his
enough.
mind, he's just like, I'm trying to get up on these samples. And he just kind of does not break eye contact with one of the busty women and just takes the tray away from her and then walks away and starts putting the samples like in pockets and stuff. Like there's that like as he takes the tray away from her, there's that like prolonged stare where again someone else might think it's sexual, but he's just like samples.
Yeah.
It's like just grabbed a Costco lady's sample cart and started wheeling it away.
Walked away.
Yeah.
staring at her the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Give me either command or sway, and then I'm going to give you a +1 for just the intenseness of that.
So
And actually, because
there.
Hercule is causing a scene with his umbrella, I'll give you another D6.
so to clarify the dots, we automatically start with 1 die, and then we get another die per dot. Is that right?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, plus the 2 that you just gave me, I'm rolling 5 die right now for sway.
Dang.
Let me create a barrier so they don't fall off. I got at least 1 6.
It works flawlessly. So much so that you not only get like the tray of the bread, but you were like also able to scoop the cheese onto the same tray. And now you just got like this charcuterie board.
Charcuterie board.
Snackables, you know? Yeah.
Right.
Liam is
Snackables.
less snackables. Liam stuffs as many into his pockets as he can. Like he's trying to make this last. Like, we don't got no money. This could be my next meal. So stuffs the pockets.
Fair enough.
Good Lord, Liam.
Good lord.
What?
Yes,
You gotta
You got that
gotta-
pocket
What?
cheese.
Don't know where you're gonna get your next
Instead
meal.
of-
You gotta
Instead of
be
pocket
you know,
sand, it's pocket
It's
cheese.
not coming from my pocket, I can tell you that much.
1 apiece.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't cheese. Come on.
I'm quite hungry. Quite peckish.
Liam's gonna give one to an unnamed orphan later as his payment.
The pocket cheese is just a craft single, and it's the cheese slap.
Flapping around.
Yeah.
Does the tray look like it is in any way, shape, or form valuable? 100% with Baki.
I could probably inspect it.
Yeah,
one in
yeah,
study.
you can try and study and see if it's worth anything.
Yeah, so I guess Liam kind of like angles the tray at Hercule and's like, meh.
Is that considered a help?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're making this roll. I don't have anything in study. Or am I helping? Is my helping?
That's what I mean. Yeah, just like
Okay,
here,
yeah.
you got it. You got it for me. I got a 6.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Dream team.
So, you can see like after it's been cleared off, you can see like flipping it over. It's got the stamp on the underside. Can't really make it out. It's kind of an older stamp, but this is a lead tray, and it would be worth 2 coins.
Cool. So Liam,
Hold on to that.
Yeah, Liam being the like brick shit house that he is, pardon my language, just kind of like takes the tray and kind of like sticks it so it's being held by the like back of his pants, and he like puts his shirt over it. So essentially he's just got this like hanging
He's got
out.
a back plate.
He does,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. He's got a back plate. It's not meant necessarily to be protective. It's just like, I need my hands free, but I don't want to let this go.
Makes
Well,
sense.
you're going to be holding on to that for the rest of the time.
Until I sell it.
Which brings us to the next part. You head into the next scene, which is you've crossed the bridge into the night market. Similar to Charter Hall, there's stalls here and there where people are selling goods, spices, things like that. Like I said, they come in from the train. You both, pretty much everybody knows that the seedier stuff, much like you all, is kept underground. Most of these places are just fronts for the more illegal stuff. And you take no time at all to get to Fritz's, and that's literally what it's called. It's just Fritz's.
It's
It's like he's standing outside. It's about the same size as your bookshop. It's kind of small. It's got like weird collectibles and baubles and stuff like that in the windows. And he's just kind of standing outside waiting for customers. He's got the brown pants like hiked up way high with suspenders, the bowler derby hat.
He's selling snake oil.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One of a
Fitz.
kind. Only one in the world. And then
Fitz,
after he
you
sells
must-
it, he gets another one out.
Fitz, you must tell me who cleans your windows. These are very, very clean windows.
You know, I wish I could remember his name.
I know that feeling.
Mark, Pete, something or other.
They come around once a week and clean everyone's windows.
Huh.
How do we get signed up for that service?
Well, anyway, we have a bit of a business proposition, perhaps in the making. Should we step inside for this?
Well, if we're talking business, then absolutely. Come in, please. And inside, you know, he's got little tables here and there. They've got crap all on them, too. It's like rusty sextants and, you know, just like I said, just think of a secondhand store, but everything's junk.
That was my nickname in college.
Junk.
Junk.
Which part of that?
Sexton.
Right now,
Rusty
oh,
he, it's got the little bell that dings when you all come in, and he closes the door and locks it, kind of like does one of these numbers and pulls the curtain down. He's like, "All right, so business, you say? What are we talking here? What do we got?"
Have
Liam
you
kind
heard?
of posts up
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
just kind of crosses his arms because he's not the best with words, so he just kind of leaves this to Hercule.
Have you heard of a Lord Skurlock? Pirate.
I have. I've traded with him a few times.
You hear in the distance, "Yar!"
Every time his name is spoken, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Frau Bluka and Young Frankenstein, where the horses neigh.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So we have been tipped off that he might need some help with some objects that he's trying to acquire. Is there anything you know about this?
Well, Skurlock is he is definitely a collector, but he really, really enjoys the old arcane artifacts from back before the shield was put up. No idea why. He just really likes them. He collects them and keeps them on his ship.
I keep him for me, mother.
Periwinkle blue.
These are artifacts that came from outside the shield.
No one really knows where they come from. Some of them are found right here in the city, dug up as new areas are built. But he has acquired a few from other islands across the Shattered Isles. Some say that the artifacts that he collects are actually what led to his rapid success in the Void Sea and his luck with defeating the Leviathans.
I see. Is he a bit of a trustworthy character? I mean, he's a pirate, of course, but
As long as you don't try to cross him, I find him very amicable. Bit eccentric.
has he mentioned where some of these artifacts might be located, or which ones he wishes to procure?
Somehow he manages to find out the location of these things before anyone else does.
Mm.
I'm not entirely sure how he's doing that. Perhaps it's one of the artifacts he already possesses. I can't say for certain. But
Mm.
I know a few people have tried to collect artifacts for him, and, well, they've met unfortunate demises. Not it.
Uh-oh.
I think we just saw a demise
His hand.
firsthand.
Just in the act of trying to retrieve it.
Welcome back.
You froze on
Keep going.
demise.
yeah.
There we
It's
go.
very appropriate.
Yeah, not by his hands, of course, just in the artifacts themselves.
Hazardous
Materials.
obstacle, so to speak. Yeah. Liam, can you think of anything else to ask?
Yeah. You got any beats on any other jobs? Anything? Any news come your way for big scores?
Well, I have heard that. Someone in Silkshore had one of their paintings stolen, and they're paying 5 coins to get it back.
5 coins. Did you say 5 coins?
That is the rumor, yes. So as
Do
you
you,
can imagine, there are quite a few crews already on the job.
Do you know who
No
this
luck yet, though.
person is? That's paying. Like, how do we get the more info?
The more info. So they are in. You would think I'd have a list of NPC names. Let's say something. Let's go. Lady Beatrice. Lady Beatrice Ada.
Ada.
She's quite renowned in Silkshore. Her paintings are almost too realistic. Creeps me out every time I see them. The eyes follow you and such.
Oh. Well, there's nothing better than a noble person with too much money and too much time. So maybe that's a lead we can go towards.
That's all I have presently, but, you know, perhaps we can work out an arrangement of some sort that I can contact you for other jobs that come up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know who to call. One,
The Bookbusters. No.
one final piece of business before we go, and it's quite important. And Liam leans in real close and then slaps down the tray on the counter and is like, how much you willing to pay?
Oh, he kind of picks it up and
Oh,
flips it over, looks at the stamp and knocks on it, smells of it.
Liam, you didn't fart, did you?
We paid extra for that cheese smell.
That's the cheese, yeah.
I could give you a coin for it.
Just a coin?
Well, I
That's
mean, these
genuine
things
lead.
these,
That there protects
things
from
are-
spirits.
these things are a coin a dozen.
tell you what, you've been real kind to us, Fitz, so I'll let it go for a coin.
Liam, gentleman and a scholar. He pulls a coin out of a pouch, hands it over to you.
Liam.
Now, if you do happen to come across that painting, don't forget your friends, huh? Wink.
Liam pockets the coin and does that thing that every way too strong individual does, where they start smacking you on the shoulder in like a friendly gesture, but it's a bit too hard.
It's too hard, yeah.
Yeah.
And he just again with the unnerving eye contact.
Like, yep, okay, thanks for coming. His hat falls off, his hair kind of flies forward. Okay, yep, okay. Pleasure
And
doing
Liam-
business with you, Liam.
Liam turns and starts walking towards the door.
I lean over to Fitz. That tray was touching his rump, by the way.
I
Just
might be able to
saying.
get extra for that.
All right. Very weird place. I'll follow Liam.
There's some weird out there, man. Come on.
I can spin the cheese smell.
Some people pay extra for that.
$14.99.
Uh,
All right. So we
So
cut back over to our other
on the-
group.
Sorry, on the cruise sheet, that means we mark down a coin, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Under where it
nice.
says coin in vaults, right? It's not in the vault yet.
Right. Yep, it is currently on Liam's person. So you have made
Might
it all the way
smell
through
cheese.
Crow's Foot. Like, you might need some new shoes after this, but you've
The
went
coin's got,
relatively
like, melted
undetected the rest of the
cheese
way.
on
They're the chocolate coins.
it. Oh.
No, Fitz!
Damn you, Fitz!
That's our next job. We just go destroy Fitz's shop.
It's like, I'm a chocolatier. What did you want? No one asked me anything. You just came in and started asking questions. You all make it across the docks, which, the map is not super accurate to look at, but it's basically like 30 city blocks worth of area before you can get to the actual docks itself. Well, hold on. Okay, it might be like 4. But it's like each block has like 20 to 30 houses in it. But anyway, Lord Skurlock's ship is a massive ex-naval vessel. It's got a ton of cannons on either side. This thing has been retrofitted with metal plating and things that basically they can use to destroy Leviathans and survive. The first thing that you notice right off the bat, even though the sails they are down, they're stowed, you can see that they're all very colorful, like colors that are very expensive to get. So like red, orange,
Purple.
it's just
Purple.
like, yeah, super flamboyant, super like loud, like, hey. And
I
you can
like to
see,
be
like,
noticed.
yeah, I have money and I want to show it. You do see like the crew is just doing normal things. They're, a couple people are on the little scaffold swings and they're scraping barnacles off the side. There's some up that are mopping on the deck and things like that. Yeah, it's pretty much just a normal ship. It's just very vibrant.
Yeah.
Sky barnacles.
I can already tell he's going to be a lot of fun to talk to.
Hopefully, it goes better than. Oh God, my accent just fucking went everywhere. Hopefully, it goes
Now-
better than our last.
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah.
I'll
Ah,
do
yeah.
Now,
pigeons.
the gangplank is down, and so you can just like walk right onto the ship. And you see standing, like, not up on the top. He's down on the actual deck, but he's watching the goings ons. People fixing netting, coiling
Mhm.
rope, the usual ship stuff. There is the first mate, and he's just writing on a piece of parchment, taking notes on everything, doing counts of cannonballs, things like that.
If you want a name, I have one.
Oh no, okay,
Roxburgh Grizzly Dayton.
I love it. First mate Roxford. I hope somebody's writing that down because I'm not.
I am. Grizzly Dayton.
Write that down. Write that down.
I'm writing it down.
Which coincidentally is our newest emote on STG on our Twitch. Make sure to check out.
Write
Write
that
that down.
Write that down.
Tofu
Alright,
got that
cool.
one commissioned. It's adorable. So anyway, that is the scene that you see. Wonder if I can.
Okay.
There it
It's
is.
so little.
No. Well, I guess we ask the first mate whether
I mean,
Great
I'll
Lord
catch
Spurlock
up
is-
to them by this time.
yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you reach your destination, and I think the first thing we need to do is excuse me, permission to board. I've always wanted to say that.
I can tell. I'm glad you're very
God damn it.
enthusiastic.
You hear the bell. It's like bong 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 bong, and the first mate kind of turns and walks over to you. It's like, I guess. What is the name of Lord Skurlock's ship?
I had not come up with yet because that hadn't come up in game.
That's fair. That is.
I came up
very
with a
fair.
bunch of crewmen, but not the ship.
Not the ship name?
No.
Some
The
of
furrowed brow.
Welcome to the Resolute. What can I help you
Resolute.
with?
Oh, yes. We're here to see Lord Skurlock about a possible job of acquiring a few things for him.
Well, all right. And he kind of like rolls up the parchment. He's like, no, straight to the brass tacks. I see. Normally the wait time to see the captain is 2 weeks, but since you are so forthcoming with your information, I shall take you to him presently. Follow me.
Why, thank you.
Wow.
Such a wonderful dear.
He takes you, through the door, like one of the side doors, and like down some stairs. Just kind of like around a little bit into the stern of the ship where the captain's quarters usually are. And he knocks just one time. He's like, pop. Enter. He opens the door and
Yar.
after you.
Thank you so much, wonderful dear.
Ooh.
Hello, Lord Skurlock.
Everyone goes in. You see the captain's quarters are very, very well kept. He's got shelves upon shelves of glowing like crystals and items and just all sorts of artifacts. And they're all like behind glass and everything. He's got tons of clothes all lined up. They're all like very vibrant nobles clothes, very like how do you do velvet and satin, and he's scribbling some notes at his desk, and he just kind of looks up, and you see he's got like the white face going on with like the fake beauty mark on his cheek.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, picks up his powdered wig, puts it on.
This is not how I was playing him, but go off.
For copyright reasons, he's got to be different.
Fair. He's legally distinct.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Welcome aboard the Resolute. What can I do for you?
I lost my words suddenly.
No.
I got lost at power to win.
Welcome aboard
Powdered-
the Resolute. How can I assist you?
That was what I was thinking about going with, but I'm like,
Oh,
nah, we're gonna be just different. Oh no, we lost Leviathan.
I know.
Think Dustin Hoffman's character in Stardust.
Shakespeare.
watched that.
Ha!
But yeah.
Yeah.
oh, he's back.
It's back. Okay. Gotta recollect myself because I'm probably the best one to talk.
Bring it back.
Hello, Lord Skylark. It's such a wonderful honor to meet you. But we're here about possibly acquiring some artifacts for you.
Excellent. Perfect. I have just the thing. Something I've been trying to get my hands on for a bit. But unfortunately, everyone that I keep sending either doesn't come back or, well, doesn't come back.
So it's potentially dangerous. Arlen pulls out a notebook and like a quill pen and starts writing. I see.
Surprise.
The artifact in question is called the Echo Heart. I have it on.
Write that down.
Yeah, I have it on good authority that the Church of Flesh in Charter Hall has it in their catacombs beneath the church.
Why would you name a church that?
Welcome
Why
to
does-
Blades in the Dark.
Church
Why
of
does
Flesh.
anybody name a church anything?
Notre Dame.
Alright, the Church of Flesh is where?
Charter
Charter
Hall.
Hall.
Charter
Charter
Hall.
Hall. Cool.
Good lord.
Alright,
Now,
cool,
since
cool.
I have yet to get my hands on this item, I am in a position to offer you 6 coins for its return.
6 of them bitches, huh?
How generous.
I'm reading over Arlen's shoulder into her notes, and I go, but it says here, potentially dangerous. I don't think 6 coins equals potential danger. But, I mean, I could be wrong.
Normally, I offer 3.
He's being very generous, dear.
It is. I accept.
Hashtag
Hashtag hazard pay.
If you would like to attempt to negotiate a higher price, you are more than welcome to do so.
I do not have any skills in doing that, but our gambler might.
I don't.
Why
you
can
are-
none of us talk good?
Unfortunately, you are incorrect.
I mean,
Then we'll just stick with it. We're good.
That will come up as I level, I'm sure.
Well, I know 6 is already generous, but it is still pretty dangerous if people just tend to not show up in the end. I'm guessing they more than likely don't show back up alive.
You would guess
So-
correctly.
Are we talking open casket or closed casket?
That depends on the condition of the body.
That's what I'm asking. Are they showing up at all, or are they just bits and pieces?
Both.
Throughout the week.
So, it varies. Okay. Well,
Joy.
how about we raise the coins to at least 8?
Let me think on this for a moment. Go ahead
I'm
and roll
sure-
command or sway.
I would
I'm
love
gonna
to
do-
assist if I'm loud.
I'm gonna do sway.
Yeah, anybody can.
Oh, so like
And I
Bethany and I could assist giving 2 dice?
That I don't know. Let me look at assisting. That's the fortune roll. So from what I see, it is just 1d6.
okay. That's fine.
I will be right back.
After these messages.
Okay. 4. I'm sure we could come to a very generous agreement. Oh, so gracious, wonderful Lord Skurlock.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Flattery does get me everywhere. It's wonderful.
Okay, so with a 4, I don't know. 8 is a bit steep. How about 6, and perhaps we can talk other goods? Is there something else you might be in the market for?
Well, do you happen to know some books?
Books? Do I know? He gets up and like walks over to a torch that's not lit, mind you, but he like turns it to the side, and you hear the gears and everything turning, and it like slides one of the artifact shelves out of the way, and you see a nice little 5 foot by 5 foot closet that's just lined with books.
He's got a book nook.
It's got like one of them super oversized floofy chairs in there with an ottoman.
I have
course.
a
And a
feeling,
little magic lamp that he just clicks on.
Lord Skurlock, I have a feeling that once we get through this job, and I'm going to be optimistic here that we are going to get along quite well.
I think we could have a mutually beneficial trade agreement.
I like the sound of all of this. I could use some better eyes and ears throughout the city.
Well, ears, I can definitely provide. For the right
I've got
price,
the
of
eyes.
course.
Well, if I don't have the eyes, Bethany has the eyes. We're both pretty good at it.
That is true.
Well, fantastic. It sounds like we've got ourselves an agreement. And he kind of holds out his hand to all three of you, like,
Arlen takes the hand. And like, she doesn't just like take it like this, she takes it like this.
Bram takes it with a yar.
And Bethany enthusiastically shakes it with both hands.
his wig like shakes out of place. He's like, oh, enthusiastic one, this one. All right.
Yeah, I
She
reach
is-
up and I like help fix his wig a little.
That tracks.
Bethany
Like
is
the-
certainly the very enthusiastic one of our group.
I'd say she's the soul.
I cannot disagree with that.
Now,
She certainly
even
has
though you all are still fairly new, you do know of the Church of Flesh. It stood
I'd rather
empty
not.
for a long time, but rumors and like people talking softly have said that it has been quietly reoccupied, and the people that are inhabiting it, the reason that it is called the Church of Flesh is because up until recently, most people, or rather everybody, knew that the Leviathans, everybody wanted them for their blood. Sailors would go out, they would hunt these Leviathans, they would get the blood, and they would use it to power the force field around the city. This church has been acquiring Leviathan flesh. No one knows quite what for, but only that they are using the bodies, the corpses, for some sort of ritual. And to what end, no one knows.
Joy.
Just a sweet Leviathan rug. It squishes when my toes are in it.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm imagining like whale blubber.
yeah.
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 It screams when I step across it.
Or it's one of
So
those like
she's like-
squeezy toys where like the tongue comes rolling out.
Oh
I
no.
hate that. I hate it so much.
And they have a piece of art that this guy wants in the Church of Flesh.
They have
the
an
Echo
artifact.
Heart.
Yes,
Oh,
they have an artifact.
Yeah.
Whereas,
It's an art-
where was the painting? That
The-
was somewhere
The
else.
painting
wasn't it?
Silver-
is in Charter Hall.
The painting.
I thought it was
have
in Silk Shore.
Or sorry,
The
no,
painting is
she's
in
in Silk Shore.
Silk-
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Lady
could do
Beatrice Ada.
Or
We
wait,
could do
is
both, yeah.
for- Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
no,
And
close.
Liam, the Echo Heart is very true to its name, and it is a crystalline heart.
Oh boy. Whatever
It's-
would they need the flesh for if they had a heart?
Good question. So we will like do a little Batman, da-na-na-na-na-na, and you all are back at the bookstore. You've all regathered.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Generic Orphan 1 has gotten the place pretty well cleaned up. It's still pretty bare in here though, so you know.
You
it
set
just
up
looks empty.
your hammock yet, Pete?
I'm allowed a hammock, sir.
shit.
May I have somewhere to rest? May I sleep?
Yes.
Yes,
There
Daniel,
is
we
a
went
corner
through
with-
this.
There's a little corner that we like threw some blankets and a pillow down.
he straight up goes, yippee! And he like runs over to it, like circles around like a dog, and then just like curls up.
Oh my goodness.
Does he immediately fall asleep? Like, is there immediate snoring happening?
Oh yes, like
Out.
he
Liam-
went.
Liam is gonna walk over, and
Oh, no.
empty out one of his pockets of pocket cheese and bread into like a little pile next to him.
Aw.
I
Aww.
thought you were gonna get a dish.
Yeah, he gets,
I like
gets a food bowl.
Yeah.
We don't got that kind of money.
Not yet. We have a
yet.
single coin to our name.
We just moved in.
Yeah, sleeping on air mattresses.
Not even that.
Yeah. Well, so you were able to port over everything from session 0. So you all do have your own quarters within the basement of the bookstore. So you do have like, I think it's like simple beds and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Can we say that Jonathan also has like a simple bed? Like,
I'm leaving that up to y'all. I'm
Yeah.
leaving that up to y'all. How mean are you?
We're not
It-
that mean, but it is only episode 1, so I want
we gotta save
I
up
want
first.
him, yeah, I want him to kind of earn it into the episodes.
Maybe
Like,
As we upgrade the lair, his accommodations upgrade.
yeah, it's kind of like
Maybe.
our own character development. We become more benevolent owners of the bookshop.
we
I'll
probably
take it
just
up.
forgot about it, to be honest, right? Like when we spent all our money on everything, and then we're like, oh yeah, there's this guy. Well,
Yeah.
sorry. bud.
Considering you all decided on that 5 minutes before live time.
I think we didn't even like hire him. He just kind of came with the bookshop. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
Oh.
the
Probably.
slaughter in the
oh,
bookshop,
man.
and we just like, you're hired.
Yeah, he was hiding out in the back. Found him in a cupboard.
Please, sir, can I have a job?
he's giving orphan clothes.
we never even asked his name. That's why we don't know it.
How mean are you? Not mean, but kids have to earn beds.
Hey,
Gotta
he's not
earn
a
this
machine.
shit.
We're learning him early, right?
Yeah.
If you want a bed, you got to get me pictures of Spider-Man.
So I
Brilliant.
think Liam would probably talk about the job that we heard about with the
Yeah,
painting.
We'll relay everything that we learned.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm assuming the other group does the
and-
same.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll
We share
I'll do
info.
the same.
So let me
Relate.
get this straight. Between the two of them, they're securing us a 5-coin job and a possible other job with an art lady. And between the 3 of us, we secured an 8-coin job. I feel like
No, it's not.
And
8
we
coins,
almost
it's
got
6
killed.
coins
Remember that part.
with books.
okay.
It's still.
Liam got
it's still
cheese and
even-
bread as well.
Oh,
Oh,
I wouldn't
those-
need to know in his pocket.
Like everybody's stomach grumbles, except Liam and Hercule, who've been munching this whole time. They both got
Brilliant.
distended bellies. Like,
You gotta like unbutton the pants. Whoa, what a
It's only a wafer thin mint. For anybody that knows about Monty Python.
ass muffin.
yeah.
hmm
All right. Well, I think that's where we'll put a pin in the episode then. And next episode, you can, we can go on these adventures, but in the meantime, we can have a little bit of downtime, and you all can decide on which one you want to tackle first, or if you even want to do both. But thank you for playing tonight. I had a blast. This was a lot of comedy for a serious setting, and I really enjoyed it. It really was like if Monty Python tried to do a serious movie. So I'm really
Considering our
enjoying-
dice rolls, it was inevitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I definitely had some really good laughs. And thank you to the chat. Your commentary was absolutely phenomenal. I love that as well. And, you know, maybe next time around, we can see about getting some dice rolls from either Maestri and Ord's chat or Shattered's chat. We'll see. We'll see whichever pops up. I have no outro video at the moment, so we're just gonna go ahead and close it up and deuce on out. But thank you all very much for joining us, and we will see you next game. Bye, everybody.
Au revoir, Auf Wiedersehen, and all those
Bye.
other things.